Call the question?
Mr. Griffin?
Yes.
Ms. Levy?
Yes.
Ms. Norian?
Yes.
Mrs. Shapiro?
Yes.
Mrs. Walker?
Yes.
Mr. Walsh?
Yes.
Dr. Wesley? Mr. Darian?
Yes.
Mrs. Watson?
Yes. Moving to committee reports, buildings and grounds, Mr. Darian.
Yes, I would like to introduce, actually, before I introduce item B2, I would like to make a motion to table B1, which is now D12. I think it would be more appropriate for this body to consider the total cost of the project along with the architectural fees. I think it would be better at that point in time for us to make a decision. You know, based on our discussions tonight, if we were to vote no, we might be sending the wrong signal. So, you know, I think it would be best if we just table this.
I second the
So-
motion.
So point of order, we've moved it from B.
Yeah, we're going to
To
table it
D.
when we get to
We
D.
table it when we get to D.
Yeah.
We don't
Okay.
table it at this point.
We'll table it when we get to D.
Sorry.
Okay, so then I'll make a motion later on. In the meantime, let me introduce item B2.
I think, point of order, I think we changed it to B1 earlier.
B1.
I'll second B1.
Okay, I'm sorry, B2, which is now B1. Okay, getting dizzy.
All right. Any other questions? Did you have any questions about that you wanted to ask now or later?
Oh,
You
no,
said
I'm
you-
okay, thank
okay.
you. I appreciate that.
Call the question?
Mr. Griffin?
Yes.
Mrs. Levy?
Yes.
Mrs. Norian?
Yes.
Mrs. Shapiro?
Yes.
Mrs. Walker?
Yes.
Mr. Walsh?
Yes.
Dr. Westlake? Mr. Darian?
Yes,
Mrs. Watson?
Yes. Mrs. Norian, curriculum?
Yes. Actually, we had a meeting this evening where we were brought up to date on what has been done in the language arts curriculum, which was outstanding, I do have to say, the work that was done by Ms. Lipton and presented to us. So we'll be looking at approving that curriculum with C3. And we also went over, at least brought up to date on the standards-based report cards that we had talked about, and I understand was brought up at the meeting at the beginning of August. And so I would like to present a motion for C1, C2, and C3.
Second by Dr. Westlake. Any questions?
Just a quick clarification on C2. The destination on C2 number 10, 11, is Ames, Iowa for destination, and on 17, it's Lansing, Michigan. Is that for the possibility of Odyssey of the Mind?
Yes.
Okay.
Any other questions? Mrs. Levy?
Thank you. I just wanted to say I was one of the people at the August meeting that had asked to look at the report cards.
Okay.
And I appreciate the report that was provided to us, and I appreciate the detail that went into it. And as both a board member and a parent, I look forward to seeing these in use. So I appreciate that they were shared with us, and job well done on everybody who worked on those. It was great.
Well, thank you. That was actually done by staff, so everything was handled very well in my absence.
Any other questions or comments? Call the question?
Mr. Griffin?
Yes.
Mrs. Levy?
Yes.
Mrs. Norian?
Yes.
Mrs. Shapiro?
Yes.
Mrs. Walker?
Yes.
Mr. Walsh?
Yes.
Dr. Westlake? Mr. Darian?
yes.
Mrs. Watson?
Yes. Finance, Mrs. Shapiro, I believe, Catherine, correct me if I'm wrong, she makes the motion for all of them, and then someone will make a motion to table what we want, right?
Right. She
Okay,
makes a motion
so-
for all of them, and then the
Mrs.
table
Shapiro?
comes up. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, she makes the motion to table.
I think anybody
Okay.
can, actually.
I,
Okay.
But,
I can
Pretty
do
sure.
it.
Okay.
well, the reason I'm
Okay.
asking is because I think Mr. Darian may want to table the other one.
That's what I was going to suggest.
We're going to table both for the architect. Okay,
Yeah, just given that we have so many things to sort out.
so
There were 2 items.
do we need to make a motion to table those two?
Got to present them
Okay,
first.
first we need to
Right.
present them.
Present.
Yeah.
And then we have to make, so go ahead, present.
Okay, all right, hold on, so finance is meeting in 2 weeks. And I wanted to take an opportunity before I present. If you take a look on item D6, Mrs. Keener got a grant for $5,700 for iPads for the science lab. Yay! Oh, you do this every year. I'm so impressed. Thank you. I think that the kids appreciate your enthusiasm, and I know these things are a lot of time and energy. So thank you so much.
Mr.
Really-
Mormora, you like that, right?
Yeah, good. Yeah. Good staff, so that's great. I love that. Okay. And let's see. So this evening, I would like to present for approval items D1 through D12.
Second by Dr. Westlake. We make 2 motions, right? We approve it and then table, Catherine?
Yeah.
Okay, so call the question? No, we can't do
No.
that.
No.
Okay, then we need
First,
another,
someone to
Gotta
table.
do it
So
now.
I'd like to make a motion to table items D9 and D12. Wait,
D12 is formally,
D12 is the former B1?
But do you have 10 on your thing?
11.
So look at
You're
the,
looking
if you look at the updated one
Yeah.
that came when you got here, there's a new, so a D11, a D10 and 11 in red.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay, so Mrs. Shapiro made the motion, Dr. Westlake seconded it. So, any questions? Call the question?
Mr. Griffin,
Yes?
Mrs. Levy,
Yes.
Mrs. Norian,
Yes.
Mrs. Shapiro,
Yes.
Mrs. Walker,
Yes.
Mr. Walsh,
Yes.
Dr. Wesley, Mr. Darian,
yes.
Mrs. Watson.
Yes. Delegate report, Mr. Walsh?
I have nothing to report,
We have
but I
this-
do have,
Wait,
We still have to vote
yeah, you still have to
on
vote on it.
Oh, this
On the rest.
D1 through 12 minus
Oh, that was
D9.
front, okay. Any questions on D1 through D12 minus the 2 tables? Call the question?
Mr. Griffin,
Please reiterate the question.
So the first one, we just voted on tabling, and now we're voting on the rest of the motions.
Perfect. Yes.
Mrs. Levy,
Yes.
Mrs. Norian,
Yes.
Mrs. Shapiro,
Yes.
Mrs. Walker,
Yes.
Mr. Walsh,
yes.
Dr. Wesley, Mr. Darian,
Yes.
Mrs. Watson.
Yes. Delegate report, Mr. Walsh.
I have nothing to report other than there's a meeting coming up. Either this Saturday or the following Saturday, legislative meeting.
Are you going?
Yes.
Did you put your mileage in?
No, not yet.
So do we need to add you? We don't add to the personnel report because not an employee, so we really add it under finance normally, right? Where would we add that? Or under personnel? Not personnel. I think it's under finance, so what do? We add a motion now?
Is the meeting's not taking place before we meet? on-
It's, when is it, this Saturday?
It's either the 14th or the 21st. I don't know.
It's before the next meeting. But we've already approved finance.
So can we do it as old business, new business at the end?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, we could do.
We'll do that at the end. Okay. Personnel, Mrs. Walker.
Okay, thank you. We had a very interesting, lively meeting this evening prior to coming here, where we discussed a number of things. A nice presentation by Mrs. Disler, thank you. and you'll be getting the meeting minutes in your packet shortly. With that, I'd like to move F1 through F4.
Any questions? Call the question?
Mr. Griffin?
Yes.
Mrs. Levy?
Yes.
Mrs. Norian?
Yes.
Mrs. Shapiro?
Yes.
Mrs. Walker?
Yes.
Mr. Walsh?
Yes.
Dr. Westlake? Mr. Darian?
Yes.
Mrs. Watson?
Yes. Policy, Mrs. Levy?
Thank you. We had a meeting at the end of the summer. I believe the minutes were included in your packet. And we discussed prior to the meeting and at the meeting, redoing some regulations and policies involving fundraising and how money is kept in the school in regards to those, in regards to fundraising. So we offer the first reading of the following policy and regulations for your review. And then we also at the meeting are still reviewing our updated policy manual that was done for us, and additionally working on finalizing some additional policies regarding over the counter, thank you very much, medications, and so we will have that for you in the future. So, do I need to make a motion?
No.
No, I didn't think
No.
so. Okay, it was on the thing. Thank you, that's it.
I've actually I've been busy lately, but I actually have some suggested changes to these, so I'll reach out to you. I can't make policy on Tuesdays, so I think
Sure.
that and the form we need to look at a little bit in more detail
Okay.
before we do the final.
I have similar suggestions, if you don't
And
mind.
we're meeting in 2 weeks,
Oh,
Yes.
okay,
on September 24th, so.
okay.
Public relations?
Yes, slow and steady as we go. We have been doing some work through email in the past. I think last time I spoke, we talked about our goal of being at Back to School Night with this brochure. The brochure was not complete yet, but it's very close. We have this beautiful thing that we've been working on. This will go and be like at events in the future that we'll have that talks about understanding the Oradell Board of Education. Our next meeting is September 24th from 4 to 5.
Was there a table at all last night at Back to
There
School?
was no table at Back to School last night.
I was wondering about that. I
Yeah.
thought,
Yeah, I was there as a parent.
Me
I
too.
could not attend as the board. I did not coordinate that to have a table for the board. It is something that we should consider doing, but there was not a table.
Okay.
And at the next Back to School Night, I can't either, just time-wise.
how do we go about coordinating or having a table there?
I just thought it was being discussed in PR, because I thought
Okay.
you were working on so I thought you were actually planning to be there. So I guess since there's no meeting, if we want a table there, can everybody be there
When is it? What-
Next Wednesday.
next Wednesday?
I can be there except during the 4th grade time, and then I can be there for the rest of the night.
Does anybody want to set up a table for Back to School Night?
Sure, I'll help.
I was going to say, we need Rita. The
I'll bring my
decorations.
pumpkins. To that point, well, we'll finish here about the banner. The new banner.
You can talk about the banner here, I guess.
Oh,
It's-
okay. Deirdre's been working hard on getting another new banner, and then she shared with me that that one did not come out.
Seriously?
Yes. So I have a...
You went with her, right?
We did, but I didn't see the results.
right, but
Yes,
you
we
went with her.
picked out, no, but she wasn't pleased. I haven't followed up on that, but I will. They haven't charged us, but it's
gonna
getting,
wind up
it
with
doesn't
10
matter
banners.
if it's not
Because we're not
really
gonna-
presentable.
I gotta put one on my house, because we
Um,
have so many extras.
I would really highly recommend us looking at Speed Pro printing. They're wonderful, they're great. I've used them for Rotary. They do, I think it's Ridgewood and Paramus schools and things, so.
We'll put them in the basement hallway to cover the holes in the
Even,
walls.
Suggested we don't have to use it.
even if we have to pay for it, it's,
Okay.
So
Be
that-
careful suggesting a vendor, Mrs. Walker.
Oh, I am.
So maybe just say we should look at a different vendor and let our board office look into it.
Will do. Sorry.
So
for
have
that.
you, so you saw the new banner? Where is it? Is it downstairs?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, all right, so maybe we
But
can look at it.
she, am I correct, Dr. Ansel? She had shared it wasn't.
She didn't like it.
Yeah, okay. I'll take a look. I've been away, so.
Take a look.
Yeah.
You're our expert.
Oh, please. Thank you.
Okay, Tri-District, Dr. Westlake.
No report.
Hallelujah. Open to the public. Okay, no open to the public. Okay, so under, do we have any old business first? Mrs.
I have like
Shapiro?
old, new, kind of a combination of both. First, on behalf of most of the parents, thank you for the elimination of the 2:30 Wednesdays. And of course, the kids are like, no. I think that's going to help with consistency, and it was long overdue. I would like to commend all of the changes implemented by the administration for the 6th grade. I'm hearing nothing but fantastic things, and I think the kids feel like, it's their last year in the building, they've earned some privileges on the field and where they eat, and the way the schedule is modified, I kind of call it a modified middle school experience, and I think it's just the beginning, but it's just the right amount of change for them before they launch officially into the middle school. So, love that. I had the pleasure of seeing the 3D theme moving forward together in the hallway with the disassembled bike. If you haven't seen it, please stop by the main office. And I think these themes that we're doing, it's really creating a sense of community, and I know that the children are embracing it, so it's nice to see that. Finally, a couple weeks ago, I had the opportunity to attend the Open Circle presentation with the representatives, and I didn't know a heck of a lot about it, and I was really impressed and with what they were saying and how the time they spent with the staff, and I felt like I was back in a graduate school class. It was really inspiring, and I'm really excited to see how that will progress during the school year and to hear more about it from the perspective of the kids, to see how it changes for them.
Good.
Thank you.
Very
Yeah.
good. Mrs. Levy?
Thank you. I would just to add on to I was very impressed at that presentation too, and it's very interesting between 2nd and 4th grade, what comes home in talking about Open Circle without them knowing that I know a little bit more about what's going on. But I think that it's really, I like the idea that they said it's sort of the structure by which the classroom deals with some of the issues and some of the day-to-day, and hearing from the students' perspective that they're sort of catching on to that. So I think that was really great. I'm glad that the teachers were able to come in and get trained, a majority of them over the summer. So thank you.
Any other old business?
One thing, in referring back to D8 on our agenda, and it's an aside, I don't know, we just approved to dispose of obsolete surplus equipment. However, I don't know where it goes when we dispose of it, but I do know the town collects these obsolete computers and whatever, and there's a storage shed that you can bring it down there, and folks can come down and actually take it, and young scientists and all.
Actually, you're not allowed to take it out of there. There's a sign on there.
What is it?
There's a sign on that storage shed that says you can't take it. It
Yes.
belongs to the town because they make money off of it, although people do.
No,
No,
I
there's
thought no.
No, the town instituted this year.
Oh, a
Yes,
new one? Oh, this is the
yes,
new one? Okay.
yes.
It's a shed that they have.
Oh, good.
And you donate stuff, and other people,
Right.
Oh, okay,
use
so
it.
that's not the disposal one that they
No.
recycle?
No,
Okay.
no.
Yeah.
This is
Oh, this is
things
good.
where And they've noted that young, kids from high school or older people who are mechanically inclined or will take parts and actually utilize it. So I
Mr.
don't know what we
Mr.
do.
Darien has the list. Is there anything on there that could go down there or no?
You have the
Um,
list.
You mean of the stuff we're donating?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was
Disposing.
a lot of broken laptops. There was
Ideally.
access ports. That's something I definitely could use in my garage. But, we had like
Put it down there and then go get it.
6.
Yeah, you gotta put it down there first, then you can.
But they're Meraki access ports, so I think they run on like specialized software. I don't think you can just use them with your Linksys system at home. Yeah, I didn't think so. And I can't remember what else was on there. It's just escaping me now.
Projectors, there's
you-
old projectors on there.
Old
Yeah, broken
projectors.
projectors, that's right, yeah.
I definitely would even, if you call the DPW, there's always someone there, a gal by the name of Cindy, and she can direct you, because it's a shame to just throw it out when it's been utilized.
That's a good idea, Rita, because they could, recycle it. It's kind of like a Goodwill center within DPW.
Right. Thank you.
Okay, new business.
No, I have some more
Up,
business.
go ahead.
I've been holding back. So I had like 7 items regarding basement renovation, but I'm going to skip those this evening. And I have some other items that we can discuss or answer during a subcommittee meeting because they're related to buildings and grounds. But the one here, there was a resident in town who reached out on Facebook, and then I think there was some discussion about reaching out to the superintendent. So I wanted to follow up to see regarding the YWCA. I'm not blaming the YWCA at all. I just wanting to know if there still is a waiting list, or are they looking to hire, or is there an issue that is ongoing? That's all I care about.
The most recent I heard was that they were in the process of hiring. The people that were on that were all contacted and told that they were working to find a space for them. It was purely a staffing issue because we had several people who came in after their deadline. But I think that they should be accommodated if they haven't been already very soon.
Okay, that's fine.
And I believe those people were contacted before it hit Facebook. Is that true? When you reached out to Helen? Had they been, when they applied, were they told immediately?
Yeah, and
Before the whole
when I
brouhaha?
reached out to the YWCA and I said, have you contacted them? She said that she had
Okay.
within, I think, a day or two of when the school year started.
Okay.
And I have one more item. This is something that we had brought up in subcommittee. We don't have a resolution, and I just wanted to bring it up in front of the whole board to get input. We are now running out of space for storage in the building since we're using what little storage space we have left for instructional space. And we're temporarily storing a ton of desks in the basement downstairs in the hallway. Just temporarily, it's a stopgap measure. There's been talk of storage units, shipping containers, some sort of storage unit to be placed on the property in order to store things, since there's no physical space under a roof. And, that has always been a problem with the residents and with the community, and they don't like the idea of having a unit. So, the last we spoke, we thought maybe we can use a storage unit off-site and possibly borough-owned properties. It doesn't have to be DPW, but it would be nice if they had some space by the cell tower, as an example, where we could place a unit. We could rent a unit and place it there and go there as needed. But I just wanted to throw this out to the board. If you have any ideas or any connections, it doesn't necessarily have to be Oradell. It could be surrounding communities, businesses. Someone has a warehouse space with extra room, because
I think we should reach out to the town first. We're going to talk to Tom Kelly.
you are.
I thought you were.
I am.
Yeah.
I
Is he
can.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Oh, you did.
Is he coming to a meeting?
I haven't
But
spoken to him about
but But Tom is not over DPW, that's
No, but I thought
Roger's.
he would, no, but I thought just to broach it when he comes to our
Oh, to
finance
be as
meeting
a
too.
liaison?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the school liaison,
I
right?
thought he was gonna
Bill?
come to a
No?
meeting.
Miriam, yeah.
No, he was coming as finance,
finance,
for
you're right,
shared
you're right.
services.
Okay.
Did you reach out to the town?
I sent a message to Mr. Kelly.
Oh, and any response?
Not yet.
Okay. Okay, well, he's supposed to be coming to our meeting, so.
So what's the general consensus regarding storing something on site?
I thought we were. We had a price, $3,500.
I don't think it's
We
the-
were gonna buy a container.
I don't think it was the idea of the money was the issue, it was always the
I
idea
thought
of
we were gonna
sticking
put
it
it right on the,
It's the neighbors that complain all the time.
right on the field.
I get a sense that there would be, that maybe findings, like if the town does have space to store it, I mean, it's, if it's necessary, but I get a sense there would be some negative feedback by the neighbors, so to speak.
All right, well, we'll continue to pursue. The risk here is that, you know, we're leaving the desks in the hallway. We're going to eventually need that hallway, so, you know, really soon. So while we can pursue avenues, we need to get resolution within the next month or two, the max. 2 months from now, we need that hallway.
If we are going to have a storage unit somewhere, whether it be on our property or another property, would there be a possibility of maybe the kids in the school or artists or something like that potentially decorating it, doing some sort of design art on it?
Oh, graffiti in the neighborhood, the neighbors will love it.
I wouldn't consider it graffiti if it's art. You know,